Hello, welcome to Yoga with Jacqueline. I'm Jacqueline, thanks for joining me. I've been practicing yoga for well over 10 years. It has given me tremendous flexibility. Aside from that, it's also helped me to focus better, and it's really helped me to manage stress better. There are a few misconceptions about yoga, and I think one of the biggest ones is that you have to be super flexible in order to practice yoga. That's totally not true. The thing about yoga, as with anything else that you're learning new, you just have to be consistent, and over time you will improve. However, as far as the other benefits of yoga, some of those are noticed right away, and those benefits are better sleep, better concentration, less anxiety, and being able to manage stress better. In order to practice yoga, you don't need anything special. You don't have to look a particular way. You only need to have a clear area. You can use a yoga mat if you have one. If not, you can practice on a large beach towel. You can practice on a rug or on a carpet. If you're using carpet or if you're practicing on a wood floor, just be mindful because it may be a little bit slippery. And if you're wearing socks, I would advise that you take your socks off. Also, you want to make sure while you're practicing, you're breathing slowly and deeply through your nose. Take your time. Be mindful of anything that's painful. You want to feel a stretch, but you don't want to feel pain. With all that being said, let's get started. Sit in a comfortable seated position. Your knees may fall out to the side, they may not, and if they don't, your hips may be a little bit tight, and that's okay. That's why you're doing yoga. So sit comfortably with your palms facing up. Bring your shoulders down and back, and imagine that you have a string coming up your spine and coming through the top of your head, and if it's pulled, it helps you to set up straighter. So with that in mind, let's inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale as you roll your shoulders down and back. Inhale again, up. Exhale, down and back. Inhale, up. Exhale, down and back. Let's do that one more time. Inhale slowly up. Exhale, down and back. Now place your left hand on the mat beside you, on the floor beside you. Outstretch your right hand. Inhale up. Exhale as you fold to the side. You should feel a stretch in your right side. When you fold this way, you can either look up at the ceiling or you can look forward if looking up is a strain on your neck. Exhale, release. Inhale your left hand up. Exhale, fold. Exhale, release. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you fold. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Exhale, release. Center yourself and release. With the next inhale, turn to the side, and exhale as you reach over with your right hand to touch your left knee and look behind yourself. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and with the next inhale, come back to center. Inhale, exhale left when you turn over your right shoulder. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale back to center, and exhale. Next, we're going to come to your hands and knees and do a few cat and cows to warm up the spine. So come up to your hands and knees on the mat. Make sure that your hands are directly under your shoulders and that your knees are directly under your hips. Your legs should be about hips width apart. We're going to start with an inhale as you look up and curl your tail up. Inhale. Exhale as you curl under, pushing the mat away, stretching your upper back. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, curl under. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, under. Inhale up again. Exhale to neutral. Now push back so that you're sitting on the tops of your feet. This is child's pose. Child is a resting pose. Whenever you're tired or winded or need a break, this is a great pose to come back to. So push back to child and let your head fold forward. Okay, come back to hands and knees from there. Curl your toes under and push up into down dog. You can have bent knees. While in down dog, make sure that your fingers are spread wide apart. Your feet should be about 6 inches apart, and you can gently pedal your feet, just warming up the hamstrings. Take your time. Release. From here, look up. Slowly walk up to meet your hands. Now raise one vertebrae at a time, letting your head be the last thing to come up. Take your time so that you don't get dizzy. And exhale. Put your hands on your hips. Now take a wide step back with your left foot. Bring both toes to face forward. Inhale and exhale. Make sure both feet are facing forward, your hips are facing forward, and with the next exhale, gently fold forward. You can have a micro bend in the knees if you need to. Release your hands to the mat. Don't forget to breathe. Bring your hands back to your hips, and with an inhale, slowly come up. Exhale and release your hands. From here, I want you to point your left toes to the left wall. Bring your right foot on a slight angle. Hands on your hips. Bring your hands up to shoulder height. Looking over your left fingertips, take a big inhale. And with the exhale, bend your left knee and hold. Inhaling and exhaling. With the next inhale, straighten your leg. Rest your arms for a moment. Now we're going to go into Utthita Trikonasana triangle. And with this pose, you're going to pivot from this area where the thigh meets your torso. So with your arms up, both legs straight, I want you to slide your body like you're sliding across a table. And when you can't slide any longer, bring your left hand down and your right hand up. Now you can either look up at your right hand or you can look forward, depending how it feels to your neck. Make sure both shoulders are stacked and you're not leaning forward. Inhale and exhale here. Let the top hand bring you back up. Inhale, exhale into warrior again. Breathe here. With the next inhale, straighten your leg. Bring both feet to face forward again. This time we're going to fold forward with our hands clasped behind us. So clasp your hands. Take a big chest opening stretch. And as you exhale, fold forward. Let your hands fall over your head and relax your shoulders. Breathe here, inhaling and exhaling. With the next inhale, let your hands bring you up. Release your hands and exhale. Now we're going to go to the other side. So bring your right feet to face the right wall. Put your left foot at a slight angle. Bring your hands up to shoulder height. Look over your right fingertips. Take a big inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee. Look down and make sure that your knee is not falling in or out. You should be able to see your big toe. Inhaling and exhaling. With the next inhale, straighten your leg. Rest your arms for a moment. Now we're going to do Utthita Trikonasana to the right. So take a moment and make sure you have the area that you're going to slide from. Keep both legs straight. Bring your arms back to shoulder height. And slide as much as you can. When you can't slide anymore, Bring your right arm down and your left arm up. Looking up at your hand or forward. Make sure both shoulders are lined up. Inhaling and exhaling. With the next inhale, come up. Bring your hands to your hips. Bring your feet forward. And hop them in a little bit closer together. Great. The next pose that we're going to do is tree. There are 3 ways to do tree. You can either keep your toes on the mat and your heel against your right heel against your left heel. You can bring your right foot up so that it's pressed into your left shin, or you can bring it up, totally up to your thigh. Never put your foot here. I know that feels perfect to put it on your knee, but you never want to put your foot on your knee and press into that joint. So bring your foot wherever it's comfortable. And once you feel nice and sturdy, bring your palms to heart center. If you still feel good, you can lift your arms and spread your branches. When you're doing a balancing pose, it's always a good idea to pick a dristi. A dristi is a place at eye level or a little bit above eye level that you can look at to kind of help you to keep your balance. Hold here and breathe. Now, without putting your foot down, bring your knee to face forward and straighten out your leg. Bring your hands to your hips for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower. Great job. Shake it out. Now we're going to start on the left side. Now your left side may be a little bit different. Sometimes balance is different depending on the side. So let's see what happens. Start by opening up your left thigh and bringing your heel to your shin. You can bring your knee up, your foot up to here if you like, or you can bring it all the way up to your inner thigh. Pressing your left foot into your inner thigh really helps with balance. From here, bring your palms to heart center. Don't forget to breathe. Lift your arms if you feel stable enough. Inhaling and exhaling. Now, without touching down, if possible, bring your foot forward. You can point your toe or flex your toe. Bring your hands to your hips for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Now shake it up. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is a little squat. It's called malasana, and you can do it on your toes or with your feet flat, and I'll show both ways. You can do the way that it works for you. This is feet flat. This is malasana. And what I'm doing is I'm in a squat, and I'm using my arms to push my knees back and to open my hips a little bit more. If this is a bit of a challenge, this is another way to do malasana. You can come up to your toes. Your heels can touch if they need to. And you can just come up on your toes and balance this way. Very good. Let's take a few breaths here. Wonderful. Now bring your knees together and gently sit down. Preparing for Baddha Konasana. With Baddha Konasana, you need to bring both soles of your feet together. Depending on the flexibility in your hips, your feet may be closer to your groin, which is here, or you may have them further out. Either way, you get a great benefit from this stretch. So holding onto your feet, sit up straight and tall, take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, fold forward and fold from the waist, not from the back. Fold forward and use the size of your arms to kind of push your legs down a little bit more, but don't put a lot of pressure onto your knees. When you feel a nice stretch, hold there and breathe. With each exhale, you should probably be able to go just a little bit lower. The next pose that we're going to do is Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together, and you can either have your feet closer to your groin or you can bring them out a little bit further, depending on the flexibility in your hips. From there, I want you to hold on to your feet, take a big inhale. Exhale as you fold forward, folding from the hip, not from the back. Fold forward, and you can use your arms to push your legs down just a little closer to the floor. Take a big inhale and exhale. With each exhale, try and relax just a little bit more into the stretch. Slowly come up with the next inhale and relax. Bring the sole of your left foot in. Stretch your right leg out forward, flexing your right foot, energy in the foot. Have the sole of your left foot press into the thigh of your right leg. Turn so that you're more or less facing over your right leg. Inhale as you reach up and exhale, fold forward. You can have a slight bend in the knee if you need to. You should feel a stretch in your hamstring on this. If you feel a pull in your back, that means you may need to bend your knee a little more. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale as you slowly come up. Exhale, relax. For the next stretch, we're going to put the sole of your left foot down and we're going to do a twist. So you can twist with your foot here on the inside of your right leg, or you can cross it over to the outside of your right leg. If crossing it over compromises how you're seated and you're leaning this way, then you want to make sure you place it on the inside. So from here, sit up straight and tall, and as you exhale, wrap your right arm around your left knee, turn and look behind you. Relax your shoulders and turn from the waist. Exhale, come back to center, release your leg, shake both legs out. Now bring the sole of your right foot into your left thigh. Turn to face pretty much over your left leg. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you fold forward from the waist, not from the back. Remember, you can have a bend in your knee if it's a strain on your lower back. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale as you slowly come up. Exhale, relax. Now bring the sole of your right foot to the mat. You can have it on the inside of your left leg, or you can cross it over based on flexibility. I want you to take a big inhale up. Exhale as you reach around with your left arm and look behind you. Don't forget to keep energy in your left foot. Exhale, release, shake out your legs. Great job. From here, we're going to reach forward with both legs. So flex your feet, sit up straight and tall. Take a big inhale up. Exhale as you fold forward. And always remember, you can bend your knees slightly if you need to. Inhale as you slowly come up, one vertebrae at a time. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale as you slowly come up. For the next pose, I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to do a little bit of ab work. So you can stay where you are. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can get a better view of what I'm doing. From here, I want you to make sure both feet are flat on the mat. Your feet can be a little bit apart. Reach down and hold the backs of your thighs. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, let your body fall back, tucking your tummy in. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold back. Come back up. I'm not pulling myself up with my hands. I'm just using my hands for balance. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do that one more time. Exhale. inhale. From here, bring your feet up so that only your toes are touching the mat. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, lift your toes and try and keep your back straight. Holding for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Wrap your arms around your legs and give them a nice big hug. Now we're going to do that one more time. So bring your toes up. This time, if you're able, you can, once we get up, you can release your legs and hold your arms out. But remember, if that means you have to fall this way, then you don't want to do that. So you may lean back a little, but you want your back to be pretty straight. So let's lift our toes. If you can, release your hands for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. Great job. We're almost done. Now we're going to lie back. So keep your feet where they are. Slowly lie back on the mat. Bring your feet in until you can touch the heel of your foot just with your fingertips. Your feet should be no more than 6 inches apart. You don't want your knees to splay in or out. And when we're doing poses where we're lying on our back, you never want to turn your head side to side once you're up because it puts too much pressure on your neck. So focus on looking straight ahead. So I'll do one first so that you'll know what to do. That way when we do it together, you don't have to move your neck around. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we can touch our heels with our fingertips. Then as I inhale, I'm going to peel my back up off the mat one vertebrae at a time, looking up at the ceiling. Once I get there, I'm going to push my palms into the mat and just breathe. With the next exhale, gently lower. Find that pose, and we're going to do that together. So both feet flat, reach down, make sure you can touch your heels. Neck stable and looking straight up at the ceiling. Take a big inhale and an exhale. With the next inhale, slowly come up. We're going to hold this for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come down. We're going to do that one more time, and this time it's going to be a little bit more challenging because we're going to do wheel pose instead. Now, if that's enough for you and you want to stick with where we are now, you'll just go up the same way that we did before. But if you're familiar with wheel and you feel comfortable and strong enough to do it, then the first thing that you need to do is put both hands behind your shoulders. Your fingertips should be right at your shoulders. Make sure you don't splay your knees out. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And with the next inhale, I want you to push yourself up. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to hold here for the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Always tuck your chin before coming down. Bend your arms. Gently come down. And exhale. From here, roll your wrist out. Great job. Straighten your left leg. Bring your right leg in. Hug it to your body. Straighten your right leg. Bring your left leg in and hug that. Bring both legs in and hug. Don't cross your feet. You never want to cross your feet when you do this. Flex your toes. If you're able, bring your nose up between your knees. Great job. Bring your feet to the floor. Bring your arms out to cactus arms and gently let your legs fall to the left. And breathe. And fall to the right. Come back to center. Bring your arms down to your sides, palms facing up. Stretch out your legs. Let your feet fall apart and relax. Close your eyes, preparing for Shavasana. Start to bring movement into your fingers and your toes. Bring your legs up, hug them to your body. Roll to your left side. Slowly get up. Back to where we started in a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Bring your palms together at your heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.